Okay, so we're going to start our next reading. I do apologize, guys. I'm not feeling too well. So, this is going to be, this is where the spirits are calling the shots. We already did Aries, Libra, Capricorn, and Pisces. If you guys cross-watch, make sure you cross-watch. Another thing, too, I don't, I mean, I do, whenever I do readings, I have people meditate for at least 5 minutes because, or 5 to 10 minutes, just to clear their minds of chaos and clutter, and that way they can actually connect with spirit. The reason why I do that is for the energy. So if you guys want more, to be more connected with me, you can always meditate for about 10 minutes and think about the readings and when I do the readings, and that way you're more connected to me. Another way you can connect is really subscribing, because when you actually push that button, or you like, or you comment, you're actually connecting your energy with mine. Okay, so definitely do that if you guys feel like some of my readings just are not connecting with you guys, okay? So definitely do that. That way we're connected on a more personal level. All right, and then also I always do personal readings, okay? So I'll put a link where you can actually see the readings that I do, because there are different kinds too. So this is Queen of Cups. I'm letting Spirit call the shots here. So Queen of Cups would be Cancer. For Cancer, this is going to be your reading, okay? And I just did also clean my cards, my tarot cards, and then I also smudged with cedar, just because I just realized, like, oh my gosh, they're kind of dirty. Like, I do sleep with them sometimes too. Just connect with them. You know, you got to keep your energy on them at all times, you know? All right, so this is going to be for Cancer. This is basically Spirit calls the shots, and you'll see what I mean by that. Gotta switch it up sometimes. I don't want you guys to get bored with my readings, right? So yeah, if you definitely crosswatch and see if you guys came up in anybody else's readings as well. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing a breakthrough reading. It's going to be like, it's going to reveal the shift that could actually change everything for you. The shift means like change your energy in something. So there's going to be a pattern that, whoa, there's going to be a pattern that, that you guys are in, and then it'll show the challenge, and then the breakthrough, power, and future. So this is the first card, and I apologize, guys, I'm sick. So bear with me, okay? So the Page of Wands, that's the first one that came out. Oh yeah, look at this. This came out twice now. I thought maybe by accident. No, there are no accidents. Okay, so Page of Wands. Page of Wands are new cycles, okay? They are unto your life Malkut. All pages are earth signs, wands are fire signs. So earth signs would be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And then wands are fire signs, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay? So now it could represent somebody that you know with that sign, or it could be just the characteristics of this. Now, I always read the pages, the knights, the queens, and the kings, because this is a signifier of somebody, either you or somebody that you know. I'm so sorry, guys. So this is the Page of Wands, okay? So the Page of Wands is, it embodies passionate, raw potential. So Page of Wands is earth and fire. So this is quickening to come alive, okay? So something wants to grow here, and something wants to become real. It's a new stage. Vitality in what you just learned in a cycle. It's enthusiasm, eagerness, validation, leaping into new opportunities. Be eager to try new things, activities that fall outside of your comfort zones. Don't hide your emotions, guys. Let eagerness show. Be vulnerable. If you don't know what to do, admit it. Learn from somebody experienced, or even take somebody under your wing. You need to pledge to fully experience or recapture the thrill of exploring new spiritual horizons. Even if you think you don't know, or even if you think you know how to do something, relearn it or try to consider teaching others. This card is saying that there are great ideas, but they haven't come into fruition yet because of an experience or maybe even fear. This card invites you to let your fear go and learn as you go. So this is basically telling me that something, there's an idea you guys have, okay? There's something in your, that came to light in your guys, and your guys's brains. And basically it's saying that you guys have not done anything yet to follow that thought or that feeling, or so this is inviting you to release your fears, be vulnerable, and just do it. Okay, that's what that's telling you, because something wants to grow here. And this is pages are new cycles, so it's something that you haven't done before, or something that you want to do and you just haven't done it yet, either because of an experience or fear. This is telling you, don't be afraid. just do it, okay? The Seven of Pentacles. So sevens are illusionary success on the Tree of Life. So this card is actually kind of like trying to teach you how to change your perception in things, to try to look at something in a different way, okay? So this is illusionary success on the Tree of Life, okay? So Pentacles are earth signs, which is Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. So it could also represent, so like Taurus would mean like you need to learn something. Capricorn is like contradiction, and Virgo is be analytical or wise about something, okay? So this is the Seven of Pentacles. So these are earth signs, like I said. This card is the Lord of Unfulfilled Success. This is Saturn and Taurus. So this is something that needs to be learned. Okay, so it's a very heavy sign on a fixed earth. If you can see in this card, this person is looking, but he's not really seeing all of the beauty that has been attained. He's not able to see the good that has come out of this. Instead of viewing the glass as half full, this person looks unfulfilled. He looks disappointed. But maybe you actually did a lot better than what you realize. You're just looking at it in all the wrong angles. So try to look at a situation with a different perspective. Try to change the angles or even change the view. Okay, so clean the clouded lens and look away. Then think of that situation in the best outcome that you can even imagine, and then look back at that situation. So did you guys see it change? It's not magic, it's belief. So this is where I'm going to show you guys something. Okay, how strong our minds are, how we can actually change things. So right here, this guy looks disappointed, unfulfilled. Like, God, I did all that work for this. It's not worth it to him, right? So that's looking at the glass half empty. Now let's switch it up and let's change the energy of this, right? So let's start thinking of the glass half full. Okay, so let's look at it like, you know what? It was hard and I've been through a lot. But honestly, I look at everything that has grown out of this. Like even though I've been through a lot and it was hard to get here, look at everything that came out of this, and it's still growing. And with that kind of mindset, doesn't it look now like he's admiring this, or he's even adoring it? We can change the outlooks and things with our minds. It just depends on how we're actually looking at the situation. If you look at the situation with dread or failure, that's exactly what it's going to be to you. You can change your mind. You can change the way that things seem to you, and it won't be so bad, right? It's simple. It's really simple, but it's not simple because it's hard to change the way that we think. So this is the King of Swords. This card belongs to Gemini. Now this card, to me, is a signifier, so I'm definitely going to get into this. Okay, so swords are air signs. So it could be a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, but this is the energy too as well. So this could represent somebody that you know. It also could represent, so everybody that we know in our lives, they're here to mirror us. They mirror us. So either we need to learn from them, or there's something that's going to capture like, okay, well, this person acts like this, so why? What am I doing? You see what I'm saying? Everybody's meant to be in our lives for a reason. So that's what we got to kind of figure out why they're here, right? So right here, this is air and air. So this is a double element, so it's very strong. So he has a pure mind. So he's the only court card in the whole deck. He's not looking to his left and he's not looking to his right. He's looking straight at you. The reason that he has a pure mind is because he isn't looking to his past and he's not looking to his future. He's actually fixated on this present moment, which is why his mind is pure. So if you guys think about it, when you look into the past, that causes, it's depression, okay? So the reason why it's depression is because we can't change the past. Things have happened in the past, and they sometimes, and most likely, they weren't always great. And when we think about the past, it makes us sad because it brings back that emotion, that feeling of something that we can't change, right? And then if we look into our future, then it causes anxiety because of the past. You know, you don't want the same things to happen again, or, you know, you're trying to control maybe a situation of how an outcome that you think would be good for you. But by doing that and trying to have that control, that causes anxiety. So looking to the left in the past, it's going to be depression. Looking to the right in the future, trying to control things, it's going to cause anxiety because we can't change the past. We cannot control the future. So this is why he's fixated in this present moment. And that's the only thing that we can control is this present moment. And that is why his mind is pure. You see what I'm saying? So his key phrase is unveiling truths behind appearances, which means he sees through the BS, right? So he sees. He has a pure mind. It's moral. It's not immoral, which means it carries truth. The reason why it carries truth is because it's fixated on this present moment, right? So when he's at his best, he uses the truth in constructive ways. When he's on his lower polarity, which means when he's not at his best, he's untruthful, self-serving. He could use the truth as a weapon because sometimes the truth does hurt, right? So pure mind at best and magician traits. So there's truth, there's verdict, there's authority, command, firmness, honesty, a mental clarity, self-discipline, and intellectual power. It's methodical, ethical, and integrity. So you need to start judging situations with rational thinking. Strive to be a little bit more consistent. Make sure that your word is your bond. On one level, maturity is the amount of words that you actually speak compared to the amount of words that you actually listen to. Get it, guys? So start to listen to understand people rather than listening to respond. This is going to help you grow, as well as the people will look at you with more respect. So because you are at a level of maturity to actually understand others rather than making them understand you, okay? So reserve judgment until all of the evidence has been heard. And remember, maybe nobody is wrong and maybe nobody's right. It's just different perspectives, okay? So make commitments and stick to them. If you say that you're going to meet a deadline, do so, okay? And if you have to evaluate work or anything like that, don't sugarcoat the results. Brown-nosing or empty praise is not respectable. Honesty is. You need to strive to be that honesty, and that honesty is what you are known for. So say what you mean and mean what you say. Okay, so when friends and partners need straightforward feedback, give that to them. And avoid trying to control what people say or how they say it. When conflict is over, you guys need to let it be over, okay? It's only your responsibility to do what you said that you're going to do. It's not your responsibility to keep telling them what they said that they're going to do, or your responsibility to keep reminding them of that. Leave that up to them. Make sure that you guys did your part, and that's all you can do. And then also listen for that still small voice. When you hear it, act on it with total confidence, because that's your intuition, guys. That's your spirit, your soul. Don't you trust yourself? I hope you do, because you have to trust yourself. Okay, so respect, find the ones that you respect to be able to express your verdict and your opinions, and be sure to let your spirituality temper your conversations and always match your word with deeds, okay? Remember, the spirit is your subconscious, and always act on that, and you need to trust it. Okay, so now this came out. It's weird, Cancer, because in the other readings, they come out in pairs or even 3s, 4s, 5s sometimes. Your guys are 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Crazy. So now the next one is the Tower. Yikes. So the Tower, what this is it's sudden, okay? Something might happen, all of a sudden. So the Tower here this is Scorpio energy. Well, it's actually Mars energy. So Mars is the planet of upheaval, chaos, war. And that sounds terrible, right? But really it's not, because this is the reason why. As we learn and we grow through situations, we change our frequency, okay? We become better people, better than, I know I'm a better person than I was 5 years ago. So with that, can you imagine 5 years ago when my tower was built on a foundation, and as I grew and I learned and I grew and I'm a different person now, the foundation that tower was actually built on can no longer hold me, because I'm in a whole different state of mind. I'm in a whole different frequency now, right? So what happens is, if we're not on our path, or if we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing, or, like we did grow, but we're not, implementing that in our lives, the universe will come in and strike us right in the crown, or right in the crown keter, that, like our minds, with one bolt of lightning, and it shakes us to its very core, and it brings it all down. It knocks it down, right? The reason why it's doing that is because you are a different person, and this building is stronger now. This foundation can't hold you. So now it's time to rebuild this, right? Because you're a whole different person now. Then that's like going back to like almost like the foundation of us needs to be built up with stronger, because we are different, stronger people now, right? It has to be able to hold us now because we're different. Okay, so the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is fire signs. This could represent a female that you know. This could be a male, but in all actuality too, it could not, because of the fact, like, I'm a Gemini, this is my card. So it could signify me, but in the same sense, might not be. It might just be the characteristics of you right now. And it also could be another air sign that you know of this characteristics. That's why I read these, because these are signifiers, right? The pages, the kings, and the queens. So the Queen of Wands is fire signs. This could be anybody in your family, anybody that you know. It could be even a boss. It could be a neighbor. It could be anybody you know. Animal, cat, dog. So every queen, they're good at something, okay? So this is fire. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So Wands as fire, queens are water. Fire and water. Imagine that. So there's built-in conflict. So this this person is specifically best at being a witch. Why I say that is because she makes things manifest. So the wands being fire element, it brings passion and energy to the water. So the water being our subconscious, she brings the subconscious to manifest. So what they're saying is you need to be mindful of your feelings, because this Queen of Wands are action cards, and good or bad, she's going to bring those feelings to life. So if you're looking at things in the negative, like I said, if you're looking at things negative, the glass will always be half empty. If you feel great and you feel good and you're looking at things like in a good way, then the glass is going to be half full. Remember, we just went through this. So at her best, she's kind, she's generous, she's capable. She's the best business card in the whole deck. Her key phrase is expectations manifest, meaning that what you expect is going to be just that. Do you want to know why? Because whatever we put out into the universe, really, whatever we put out into the universe, that's what's going to come back to us. Okay, so if you want people to respect you more, you need to give respect. If you want people to love you more, you need to love more. That's just the way it is. That's the way it works. And you can't think negatively and expect good from that. So you see what I'm saying? You can't expect to be able to, a good outcome in something if you can't even see that good outcome. That's exactly what this is trying to say, okay? So there's a black cat right here and at her feet, and it gives her power. And although it's not like the lion from the strength card, this card shows how strong that she can actually be. Okay, this card does represent Aries. So it's attraction, unification, collaboration, social, pay close attention, help others, come to common ground, be optimistic, outgoing, and full of energy. Okay, you can accomplish many tasks with positive, uplifting energy. Okay, now don't be afraid to speak up and stand up for others. If you give somebody your full and undivided attention, you give rare and amazing gifts. So when you learn to truly listen and respond to others, they will know that you're intelligent and sensitive, and they will trust you when it matters the most. In arguments, make special efforts to see all sides. Don't make issues all about you, and understand everybody's point of view, and you need to seek a middle ground. Remember, guys, a quiet mind is a focused spirit. When you're distracted, the spirit is pulled in every direction. When you're focused, the energies flow naturally. So take a deep breath, calm yourself, and calm your guys' soul. And guess what? When you do that, everything will be more calm, and everything will come more clearly. The pure mind, right? See how this all wraps around? It's cool, right? Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, Ancestors. I truly appreciate it. I'm truly grateful. There we are. One at a time, guys. What is going on? Okay, so the Four of Pentacles. Pentacles are earth signs on the tree, or Pentacles are earth signs, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, so, and then the fours on the tree of life are the merit of deservingness. Merit of deservingness to me feels like that's the, we feel entitled, the entitlement of something. Okay, so you can see right here, he's kind of planted on those pentacles, right? So pentacles represent anything in our physical material world. It could be money, it could be job, it could be a house, it could be anything. So take it as it resonates, guys. So what this person is actually doing, he's planted on these pentacles, like mine, mine, mine. This is mine. And look, he's not just holding that pentacle like this. He's got it wrapped around him like this. Mine, mine. See what I'm saying? This is like kind of like showing obsession or possessions. And let me tell you something. If you have to hold on to something like that, like it's mine. It's not yours. Because anything that is yours isn't going to leave you. You don't have to hang on to it like that. So in reverse, glad to see this, guys. This is telling me that either you set boundaries or you are respecting other people's boundaries, and you actually are letting go of some kind of unhealthy obsession that's not good for you. Okay? Thanks for guys, angels, and ancestors. I'm truly grateful and appreciate. Please let us know. Why did you pick Cancer? You guys are being stubborn. I'm not getting nothing. And I'm not even getting pairs with you guys. Usually I get a storyline with multiple. There. There it is. Ask and you shall receive. Okay, so 7 of Wands in reverse. This is instability. This is you taking on everything on by yourself, but in reverse, this is telling me either somebody's helping you or you found help or you're not taking everything on by yourself anymore. There you are. Cancer energy. So, Cancers, you're not doing, yeah, this is for you. Now look at, you're waiting for something right here, right? That's the 3 of Wands. And I'll go definitely into these. Look at Wands, Wands, Wands. These are all action. Look at Wands, Wands, Wands. Look at, wow. Okay, so this first card. 7 of Wands. So that's illusionary success. So in reverse, the 7 of Wands would be giving up, giving in, admitting defeats, or maybe even surrendering. So you're surrendering to something. You're not trying to control something or something that didn't go your way. You let go of something that you let go of some kind of unhealthy possession or obsession. Okay? And right here, the Cancer, the great thing about you guys, this is 7-7. Look at that. 7-7, guys. 7-7-7. Nice. 7-7-7. July? Wow. Okay, anywho, that also could be your life number, possibly. But anyway, so the Chariot, this is your card. Okay, so the Chariot, that is your card in the Major Arcana. So the Major Arcana represents lessons and people, signifiers, people that we're going to run into in our lives. This is your card, the Chariot card. So what the Chariot actually represents is willpower. Okay, so in this card right here, if you guys can see, he's actually staring this Chariot with the yin and the yang, I like to call it. This is the yin and the yang because these are two opposites. If you can see, this one's white and this one's black. These are two opposites, and see how they're like kind of veered toward each angle? So these are, when there's opposing forces or two different sides, they tend to try to drag you in each side, okay? So the thing about the Chariot or the Cancer is that he can actually stay on his path, and even though there's two opposing forces trying to get him in either way, his willpower inside of him, he stays straight and on his path. He doesn't let anything veer him off of his path because he can actually steer this because of everything that he knows and feels is inside of him, and that's the willpower in him. There's nothing that can take him away from what he knows is right in his spirit and his soul to actually go in that direction. Okay, so basically this is saying, and then also with the reins that he has, he doesn't actually need those reins, right? So anybody else would need reins to steer that Chariot, right? He doesn't need them. That's how much willpower is showing that he has. Okay, so this is basically telling me right here that you let go of some unhealthy possession or obsession, and with who you are, right? Your energy, back to your energy of who you are, your power. And then now, right here, the wands are action cards, and they give you, that's your spirit, your soul, right? So if you see, he's actually, I mean, maybe not in these cards you can't really see, but this is the Magician at heightened powers, okay? So Magician is Virgo, Gemini energy. And the reason of that being is because the threes, right? So there's ships right here, right? And he put cargo on these ships. And what he's doing is he's letting those ships go. And even though he doesn't know the outcome of these ships, he knows it with his positive thinking, his positive, when you change your mindset and you're like, yes, this is going to be successful, he knows that they're going to come back successful because he changed his mindset. And he knows that no matter what, I'm sending these ships out, and even though I don't know the outcome, I'm going to trust it and know that it's going to be great. Okay? So now look at, this is the Six of Wands. So wands are the same. They're fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And this one is like the actual, he's proud of himself. Okay? So the Six of Wands is like, this is Leo energy. It's a very happy place. So you feel connected. You feel content, right? So this is like you getting the, like a parade, and people are like, look at him, he looks great. You're like, oh, wow, look at it. So it's like achievement, success, a breakthrough. There's a breakthrough, right? So that's great. Now now people are celebrating. This is the Four of Wands. So wands, again, are action cards. They're also like spirit, growth, things like that. So now right here, this is the merited deservingness. So the four, I actually want to see what this is. What lord this is. Every card is a lord. Every card, you guys, if you notice, is a planet. Every card is a planet and an actual zodiac sign, because that is the energy of that card. This isn't like anything to do with magic. It has nothing to do with chanting. It has nothing to do with calling or invoking spirits. Nothing. This is all energy, you guys. Spirit is energy. I'm energy. You're energy. We're energy. Everything that we put into our day is energy. Everything that we touch is energy. Everything that comes into your house is energy. Everything in this whole, the universe is energy. That's how we're here. That's why this is, ta-da! So the Four of Wands energy is Venus, which is love, and Aries, which is a fire sign, okay? So there's passion, right? Raw passion right here. So the Four of Wands is Venus and Aries. This is the Lord of perfected work. So they're celebrating, okay? And it's time to pause the hard, take a break, and relax. Something has been accomplished. And completion, celebration, a higher truth, and it comes with love, right? So people are celebrating. It could be associated with a wedding or marriage or maybe a birthday. Don't forget to stop and smell the flowers. You need to rest after accomplishments, teamwork, contemplation, progression, sharing, success, working together for a goal. You feel supported and loved, whether it's been 10 years, 10 days, 10 minutes. Celebrate and show your gratitude, okay? So now the next card that came out was the Seven of Swords in reverse, okay, which is good. Why? Because this is, well, first of all, this is air signs, which is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So the Seven of Swords is like you're taking an accountability for something, or somebody took accountability for something, or maybe it's the end of selfishness. You're not taking from anybody, or nobody is taking anything from you. It also is like you see like end of somebody lying to you, possibly. So take it as it resonates, guys. But yeah, it's basically saying that, you know, that there's truth in things now. We're not being greedy. You're not trying to take anything. So look at now, that's the end of the fighting, right? The Fool card is end up being, somebody stop being reckless. Virgo in reverse. This is Hermit in reverse. Virgo in reverse. I'll go into these. The Nine of Wands. So you're not feeling like beat up anymore. You're not feeling like you're taking everything on by yourself, right? And then here's the Knight of Pentacles, right? So Five of Wands in reverse. Wands are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So the Five of Wands in reverse is like conflict, completion, is, or like a conflict or like a competition. It's ending. It's like a sigh of relief. This end of arguments. It's an end of conflicts, end of disagreements. So you change your mindset about something and it ended some kind of conflict, okay? So the Fool card in reverse would be like faith. You're having faith in a connection now, or maybe even a young love or a new love. You're starting to trust more. Positivity, having all that you need. So this is telling me you changed your mindset, guys. I love it. Also, the Hermit in reverse, that's kind of like you need to take a break from, you needed to take a break from somebody maybe, or a relationship. You were waiting for like a relationship to develop, possibly. You have insight on, you got insight on something that maybe you didn't have before, or you changed your insight on something. So like I said, whatever you put out into the universe is what's going to happen. It comes back, right? So the Hermit in reverse is like maybe loneliness, or you feel like witch off from loved ones, or maybe you're too much isolation. You guys are in isolation too much? Not sure. So the Nine of Wands in reverse. Nines are accumulation of its suit. You're almost to the 10 on this card. So the Nine of Wands in reverse would be like you're struggling to keep going. You might be being stubborn, or lack of trust in something, or a chip on your shoulder, or you feel like there's no winning. You guys can't do that. So you're flip-flopping your thoughts. First you're good, and then you're like back to that, oh, well, this isn't going to turn out good, right? This is vitality, that even though it's hard, you gotta keep going. If you're isolating yourself, then you're losing that connection with people, and that's where your mind is going to go bad. You're a human being, and you need to be able to be around people, okay? Because even though sometimes people irritate you or they get on your nerves, like me, isolating yourself is just going to cause depression, because you're not having any of that connection or that contact with people. You need that. You're a human being. Okay, so Knight of Pentacles, this is earth signs. Now, remember I told you, it's a signifier. It also could represent you or somebody in your life. And like I said, I like to get into these because a lot of people in your life are going to mirror or teach you something that you need to know. So Knights, they belong to Hagman, the Tree of Life. They're self-conscious cards, so all Knights are fire signs. You guys have a lot of wands, a lot of passion. They're all movement. All Knights have horses. They signify change and moving, which means that they're on their way. So this Knight of Pentacles, he's very solid, okay? So the horse is dark, and it's solid. It's heavily cultivated earth. See that plowed field right there? His key phrase is seeking self-knowledge, natural and intuitive, because he's close to nature. Okay, this is earth signs, which is Virgo. So he adapts to the rhythm of nature. It's fire and heat. So if you actually put your hand on earth, you can feel the heat of things. That's the energy, right? The energy, guys. He's growing his natural instincts. It's the rhythm of nature. So it might not be as intellectual as the King of Swords, and it might not also be psychic and creative like the King of Cups. But he knows when things are going to happen because he's completely in tune with the rhythmic cycles. So this Knight signifies efficient hard work It indicates consistency and commitment to achieving one's goals. On his lower polarity, he's the jack of all trades, master of none. So he never really found himself, so he seeks himself in natural ways. You need to stick to routines to accomplish tasks, stubborn in relationships, avoid taking people's claims at face value, find creative ways to express your spiritual insights. Taking things at face value. That's what this card is for. Okay? So that means he can see through people's bullshit. Or sorry, I'm not trying to swear. Sorry, spirit, guides, angels, ancestors. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to swear when I do this because it's bad energy. See what I'm saying? I like to keep everything in good energy. So anyhow, when you keep this pure mind, then you can see people. You can see right through people. And that doesn't mean that all people are bad. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is when you have a pure mind, you can see things for what they really are. Okay? And what they truly are when you have a pure mind. When you're not looking to the past, when you're not trying to control the future, you can be clear-headed and actually see through people, and because you can feel their energy. Do you see what I'm saying? So just like when you have a dirty house, right? When you have a dirty house, and you ever notice when you clean it, it just feels better. The air doesn't feel as thick. It's clear. You can breathe easier. You know why that is? It's because you just cleaned up the energy of your house. Everything has and carries energy, guys. Okay, so now there's something that's not completed here. See that? There's something that's not. This is the World card in reverse. The World card is basically like a completion of something, a goal. So in reverse, this is telling me that there's something here that wants to grow, and there's something here that's not completed. Something did not come full circle yet, because somebody's either blocked or you're refusing to actually look at things in a different way. You're refusing to look at something, or you're refusing to hear what other people have to say. You're refusing to even try to understand their point of view. You don't want to. So that's why there's something here that's not completed. So there's something here that needs to be completed, okay? Or you're hanging on to the past. There's something in the past that is blocking you. See that? Something in the past might be blocking you from actually starting this new idea. So there's something that had happened to you in the past that is blocking you from being able to help this grow. So here's the Hierophant in reverse. Actually, I'm going to put that separate because they came out separate. So this is a teacher. So there was something that needed to be learned in the past. And what happens is bad things happen, not bad things, but things happen to us. Okay, and then that's when we put up these walls and we put on the armor and we shut the windows because it hurt us. We're adults now. We don't need to have all that armor, because when you're blocking, when we block things, we have that armor up. When we have those windows shut, when we set that wall, whatever, then we're blocking not only the bad but also the good. Okay, so something in the past had happened to you, and now you're just like, nope, I'm not doing this again. I've learned my lesson. I can't. But what you're doing is you're also blocking the happiness of something. So what they're saying is that you needed to learn something from the past, but that doesn't mean that you can keep on keeping that block and that armor on, because now you are blocking everything. There's keys right here, right? So the reason being is that you're going to learn something, but you need to keep going. You can look to your past, you guys, and what you've been through, but you need to keep stepping towards your future, and you can't have that blockage, because when you have that blockage, you're blocking the good things from happening too. Okay, we do need to go through failure, you guys. We do need to go through the pain and the hurt, because you know why? We're human, and that's how we learn. We learn through failure. If you didn't see it on my other videos, that's my biggest thing. That's our first lesson we've ever learned in life, is failure. It was learning how to walk. That's the first thing. Nobody told us. Nobody made us. We just intuitively knew that it was time to walk. And we kept falling. The average human would fall 17 times an hour, guys. So we got right back up and we tried again. No matter how many times we fell, no matter how many times we got hurt, we got right back up and we tried again. You know why? Because we learned a little bit more each time, and now we do it without even thinking. Okay, so remember, that's how we learn. We learn through failure. We learn through loss. We learn through heartbreak, because that's what it takes to make us realize things. But after that, we can't put on all these blockages and have all these blockages, because it's also going to block the bad, or block the good and the happy things in life. Okay, and then we're just stuck and stagnant because we're not experiencing anything. So you won't let yourself. So yes, take what you've learned, but you need to still keep growing. Okay, still keep going. And then here, Ace of Wands. Nice. Something wants to grow. Something wants to become real. 3 of Cups. This is so wands are passion, fire, growth, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is feelings, emotions, relationships, Three of Cups. So Three of Cups would be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay, and then look at the Ace of Pentacles. Look at Ace, Ace. Wow. Holy moly, Ace and Ace. So this is Ace of Wands. Something wants to grow. There's the thought right there, okay? This is the thought. This is where it comes like, okay, there's the thought. Like it's here, right? You're thinking something wants to grow. See that? Something wants to grow and become real. So this is the hand of God right here. He's holding this ace. It's power. It's you know. So the Ace of Wands. So aces are new beginnings, okay? So some new beginning. Each ace has the hand of God. These are the most powerful cards. So something big is going to happen. There's a strong force that's present. Take it serious. They belong to the top of the tree of life. It's to Keter. It's of spirit because it's close to heaven. So this mirrors our core being, okay? Like the crowned Keter. So the Ace of Wands. This is fire. Mars and Aries. So the wands are spirit and aces are spirit. Each ace has the hand of God. So it's the Ace of Wands. Trust in your intuition. There's desire, inspiration, vision, creation, or creation, growth, given the opportunity to do whatever it is that you want. This is giving you that opportunity. It's telling you, yes, do it. Okay? So creating something new, you'll have absolute clarity. If you had a question of some kind, the answer, if there's like a question on your mind, the answer they want to tell you is yes. Okay? So this card encourages you to follow your heart. The ace is a sign of a new beginning and potential. It encourages you to follow your instincts and start something new. With all the aces, it does illustrate the possibilities of new endeavors, but it does not guarantee its manifestation of success. That piece is up to you. Okay? So the heart, the hand of God, it gives you the ideas, the power, and the wands are actions. So whatever action shows growth, the fire from the elements is the passion in it. All right? So do it, guys. That's what I'm saying. Something's here. Something wants to grow. Something wants to come out. You guys are hesitant because of something that happened in your past. You guys, something wants to grow. It's holding you back. Like this was the illusion. Like you think that something that had happened. So something wants to grow. Okay. But it's not, because you guys are looking at something like you didn't get a good outcome of that, right? Because some tower moment happened. And when that happened, it made you like, oh my gosh, like that was terrible. It was terrible. And then now you're looking at everything in your life like, well, and everything else is going to be terrible because this is what happened before. So now it's going to be terrible. So expectations manifest. If you're going to expect that, that's what it's going to be, right? So you need to let go of some unhealthy obsession or possession that you carry because it's not going to get you anywhere, right? And you don't have to take everything on by yourself. There is help. Right? And don't forget, you guys are the Chariot. You guys have that willpower in you to always stay on your path and trust in the actual outcome, that it is going to be successful. Okay? It will be successful. That's what this card is showing you. It's going to be successful. Whatever it is that you guys want to grow, whatever it is that you guys want to do, it's going to be successful. It's showing you right here. And this is the celebration of it. And that you don't have to worry about the bad things or trying to justify behaviors. Don't justify that behavior because that was the past. Let it go. The past is the past. This is what it's saying. Instead of no amount of looking back is ever going to change the past. It's time to move on. Let that go, because he's looking back, right? So now look at, that's where this is good. The wasted energy that you have of all that negativity is not so. Because you're just right here, it's like showing fighting and everything. Well, that's not what's going to happen. The bad is not going to happen, right? This card is, the Fool card is like him embarking on a new journey without, he hasn't been tainted because nothing has happened to him yet. So in reverse, this is telling me that you guys are carrying things from the past and it's not letting you, embark on something new because you guys think that it's going to always end up bad or end up in a tower moment. It's not. And even if it does, you need to go through that anyways. You can't stop living just because of something that happened in the past and you think it's always going to happen, right? The Hermit card, what he does is he's very wise. He's very analytical. He takes himself out of a situation to gain clarity. And with the Hermit, what he actually does, right here, you see that lantern? He doesn't, this lantern isn't going to illuminate the whole entire journey. It's not going to tell you right now if this is going to be successful or not. It's not going to tell you like, you're going to live happily ever after. Because we can't. It can't tell you that because then there's nothing to learn. You're not going to grow. So what this card represents is that he has this lantern, and although it doesn't illuminate the whole entire situation, it is going to illuminate the next steps that he needs to take to get to where he needs to go. And that's what you need to do. And stop thinking that everything's always going to turn out bad, because remember, you control your destiny in life. Like, if you think everything's going to be bad, guess what? It's going to be bad. But if you're starting to view that glass as half full, guess what? That glass will be half full. Okay? And it will come out successful. This is vitality. Like, yeah, you've been through a lot, but you keep going. You're not going anywhere. You're not doing anything, because you're just like, something happened right here, and now look at you, like, this is the new, like, here's my pentacle. Like, and you're not even willing to do that. But you have to keep that pure mind. Stay in the present moment. Yeah, you can look to your past, right? You can look to your past, but you need to keep moving towards the future. Okay? There's something that wants to come full circle. You're not letting it come full circle because you blocked it. Because you're like, oh, no, I learned my lesson. Yeah, you did learn your lesson, but you still need to keep going, because those keys are you learn from it, you grew, you're a different person, right? That's what that tower is. And you learn and you grew from that past mistake, right? But you're different now. You're a different frequency. And now you need to break that foundation and build it on a stronger foundation, because you are a different person now. And this is not going to happen again, because you are that different person. So something here wants to grow. This is telling you, yes, do it, okay? The Three of Cups. Cups are emotions, feelings, relationships, right? So Three of Cups would be like, this is your card, guys. So this is like, if you're thinking about somebody, they definitely like you, okay? If that's whatever it is, if that's what you're not wanting to go for. But this is like discovery, exploration, okay? Working with like others, or like not working with others, but like this is your card, so it's like a good connection, joy. This is happiness, celebrations, like cheers, like ta-da. Could also be 3 people, maybe 3 people, or it could represent like your past, present, future. That happy. See, the glasses they're celebrating with their glasses. They're happy. So their glasses are half full. Now look, here's the Ace of Pentacles, right? Pentacles are anything in our material, physical world. God is holding that pentacle up in the sun. It gives it good energy, guys. So this is like, don't let anything hold you back, right? Don't let obstacles hold you back, okay? Don't turn this, don't end up, this is a new, just like every ace, it's like a sign of growth. If something wants to become real, alive, he's holding it up for the energy of it, telling you that it's going to be good. So the pentacles in this card is representing the sun. The sun is the best energy in the world, right? It's not just a coin. So it's like a magical symbol of earth, right? So there's a path in this card right here. And this card is all about results. This is going to be a good result. It's telling you this is going to be good, guys. The Ace of the Pentacles it shows like a new venture that manifests and increased wealth or health. It's the beginning of attaining your goals. It's the finest attainment. So materialization of absolute success. Maybe you're going to get a new sum of money, but just as it is true with all the aces, you guys it illustrates the possibilities of a new endeavor, but it does not guarantee its manifestation of success. That is your job. And what does that mean, guys? That means that you guys have got to have a positive outlook in it, because then it will come out positive, right? So this came out. You're carrying this burden all on your own. A lot of wands in here, guys. That means you need to take action in something. You need to start something. The Ten of Wands. Wands are fire signs, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's also like action, right? So it's a Sagittarius. It's like you're exhausted, you're burdened, you feel burdened with something, right? So this is the Two of Wands. You guys have so many wands in your guys' reading this week. So many wands. I can't believe it. So this right here is like you feel burdened. You're holding all responsibilities on your own, right? The Two of Wands is Aries. You need to see potential in something. He has the world in his hands, right? So this could be like 2 options or 2 choices that you have to have. Yeah, so it's like growth, possibly. Partnership that needs to grow, or some growth in security, confident. There's a lot of potential here. The Page of Swords. This is a new cycle, right? So the Page of Swords. Yeah, you guys, just stop. You guys are being the product of your own demise with your minds. That's what this is telling me here. You guys are like, oh no, this is just always happens to be bad. It's gonna be bad. So the Page of Wands in reverse, or Page of Swords, I mean, sorry, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Page of Swords is a new cycle that is it's not new. Okay, this is not like maybe you're spying on somebody, or you might be like, or somebody might be spying on you, or somebody might actually be have somebody that, or somebody might be like looking at your page but not really telling you. Do you see what I'm saying? Like on social media possibly, or you could be spying on somebody or looking at their page. It's kind of like an immature love, maybe even a misunderstanding. So this is like or like a new cycle. So you're not letting a new cycle happen because you think like, oh, so it's gonna be bad, right? This is the 7 of Cups, guys. 7 of Cups. So Cups are Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Probably even your guys' card. Let's see. It's Venus and Scorpio. So this is love. And also, you know what Scorpio is, right? So 7 of Cups would be like this is illusionary success in the tree of life. So this is like goals or being aggressive about something. This is like seeing things for what they really are, okay? He's like, oh, look at all these cups. I have all these cups, right? But that's the illusion in it, because it's crazy to think that one thing attained can make one person happy. Because remember, anything in this world can't hang on to it with that possession, right? So remember, guys, like, that's not ever going to make us happy. So I'm just going to read this one to you guys, because that's the easiest way. This is feelings, emotions, and relationships, okay? This is illusionary success. It's Venus and Scorpio. So Venus, which is the planet of love, it doesn't do very well when it's ruled by Mars. So Mars is chaos, destruction, right? So in the desired nature is strong. So as you can tell in this card, he doesn't know what he wants, okay? So success is illusionary. It impacts what you might think can make you happy. But there is no pinnacle of success. It's an illusion to think that one thing attained will make one feel whole. To want to desire is in human nature. But you need to determine what really makes you happy. You need to start seeing things for what they really are. Yes, these cups are full, and that's the illusion. They are full, but of what? Don't get caught up in what you think matters now, when in the long run, it wouldn't really be worth it. Don't always think that it's greener on the other side of the fence, because sometimes, after you jump that fence, you come to realize it isn't green at all, and now you can't jump that fence back. So, the thing is like, you think that, you know, like, okay, well, I'm just going to keep on, I have all these cups, so I'm just going to keep on choosing and going down this path. And just, you know, but whatever you're doing is not, you're not happy, all right? Because if you were happy, these cards wouldn't come out like this, okay? So, and all these aces, something new wants to grow. And whatever you're doing right now is not, you're not happy, right? Because you're not letting new things happen, or if there's a thought in your mind, you're not letting it come to light, or because you're just like, nope, you know, this is the way that it is right now, and this is the way I want to keep it because it's working. Well, it's not working because you're not happy. Here's the Aries in reverse and the Ten of Swords in reverse. So Aries is the Emperor. Okay, so this is action, commitment, taking lead. It could be authoritative, protector, provider. So in reverse, this is basically like, you're not taking the lead in something. You might be too sensitive, or you're just like, okay, so the thing about him is, he's the leader, right? He's the leader of the zodiac. And he is like the father figure in our, you know, like the Empress is the mom, the Emperor is the dad, okay? So this is like an authoritative person. Now, he wears all this stuff. Underneath it, he wears armor. And everybody's like confused, like, why would you wear armor underneath your clothes? The reason why, because he's trying to protect himself from the thing that is the biggest threat. You know what that is? It's vulnerability. And that's what we're taught by our parents, right? To not be vulnerable. To that vulnerability is a sign of weakness. It's not. Well, being vulnerable, you guys, is actually it's courageous to be vulnerable. It's who you are at your core level. It's your spirit and your soul. Don't clean up that clouded lens, and don't think that showing your feelings is wrong, because that is how you are going to be happy in your life. You're not made for everybody, and everybody's not made for you, so you're going to sift through the people that don't count and don't matter. And if you're vulnerable to somebody and they shame you, or they make you feel like crap, walk away from them, because they're not for you. Okay, that's all you got to do. You don't have to completely close up and armor up. Take that armor off and be vulnerable, okay? Express how you feel, do what you want, start taking those few steps in something that wants to grow. The Ten of Swords in reverse, okay? So Ten of Swords in reverse, this card is the Sun and Gemini. okay? So the Ten of Swords in reverse would be you're starting to see the light after the dark, okay? You're starting to realize that after that Tower moment, you're starting to realize that even though that past has happened to you, in order for you to be happy, you need to turn around, okay? You can't see heaven when your eyes are on the ground. You're turning around. You're starting to see that light again. You're starting to know that there is something that can grow with that energy of the sun as long as you stop looking at the glass half full, right? You can't see heaven with your eyes on the ground. Here, there's a wish that wants to come true, right? It's the Ten of Cups. Cups are Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is actually Mars and Pisces right here. War, war, war. Everything was Mars, guys. Okay, stop with that mindset. Okay, Pisces is, you know, like, it's like mystical. It's magical. Okay, like if you don't believe in magic, you need to start, because there is. That's the energy of it, right? So this is like lacking stability. You're blocking spirituality. Maybe you don't have no faith. There's like a faith that you don't have in something. Maybe you don't feel in sync with the universe. So, no, well, no, not really. Maybe, okay, so there's something that's not what you hoped and dreamed of, or wishes coming true, or something that was a nightmare. Okay, so like I said, the class is going to be half full. But this is like an unhappy family life, or an unhappy home life. You have an unhappy home life, right? So this is not what you thought or wished for, but it's not going to change until you take that armor off. It's not going to change until you start seeing things in a different way and know that, yeah, bad things happened in the past. That doesn't necessarily mean that bad things are going to keep happening in the future. You need to just realize that in the past, it wasn't for you. It wasn't meant for you, right? It doesn't mean stop living. You can't stop living. You got to keep going, guys. Because that's what we're humans. You know, we have to feel things. We have to fail. We have to love. We have to have some kind of connection. Okay, so yeah, Knight of Cups, Page of Pentacles. Okay, so Knight of Cups. Then we'll leave it at this, okay? Nines are an accumulation of its suit. Cups are Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So this is feelings, emotions, and relationships. And right here, this is perfect. I love how they do this. So this is the Lord of material happiness. So this is Jupiter and Pisces. So it gives depth of feeling, okay? It's a profoundness of soul, a wish card. So enormous feelings of goodwill. Goodwill. The glasses are half full again, right? So wishes are coming true. Your wishes are going to come true. There's contentment here. This card is called material happiness, meaning that you have to realize where your true happiness lies, really lies. If you notice, all these cups, they're above his head. And that means his happiness really lies in his spiritual realm. His happiness really lies what he can feel, what he can, like, instead of like this perfect depiction of holding on to something in a possessive material way, there's nothing that, so this represents material, physical, right? And this represents our feelings, our emotions, our relationships. He's happy. He doesn't need to hang on to this, because whatever's his is going to stay. And his emotions and everything else, the feeling of being loved, the feeling of having that joy, that's what makes him happy, not material possessions, right? So that's what this is trying to show you. And really, so notice all these cups are above his head, and that means that his happiness really lies with his feelings, his emotions, okay? That's where the real treasure is. There's benevolence here. You need to figure out where your happiness truly lies. And remember, there isn't any person or any item or any material gain that can fill that void. It's crazy for us to believe that we think that one thing attained can really bring true happiness. Where the magician, this is where the magician actually realized that his feelings and his emotions and his spirituality and his soul is what makes him happy, right? And that's how you get happy. And we leave this world, when we leave this world with exactly what we came in with, our spirits and our souls. We can't take any amount of money. We can't take any material. We can't take any cars, any houses, anything that here in this physical material world we don't take with us. We only take with us our spirits and our souls. So that is where our true happiness lies, is when you're feeling like your soul is full, your spirit is full, and we are who we are at our core level, right? That is where the true happiness lies. And here's the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Now, Pentacles are earth signs, which is Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. So this is a new cycle or an announcement. So in reverse, Page of Pentacles in reverse is you're holding on to unrealistic standards. You're holding on to something you think that everything has to be perfect. The more that you think that everything has to be perfect, the more everything is screwed up, because there's nothing in this world that is perfect. Nobody, nothing. And that perfection mindset of like where you think that it's perfect is where the failure is going to come about, because there is nothing that could ever be perfect, okay? So let go of unrealistic standards, let go of unrealistic perfections, and stop worrying about what other people think. That doesn't matter. That should never matter, because who cares? Everybody has different perceptions. Everybody's different. So when you sit there and worry about what other people think, or you think that that's going to determine something, those people don't need to be in your life, okay? People need to love you for who you are, not for what you have. See what I'm saying? Because this is all physical material. We can't take any of this with us. So if anybody's so stuck on that, then they have a lot to learn, they have a lot to grow, and they're not supposed to be in your world right now, because you're different. You're a whole different person, right? So this is... this represents like conditions that you've made by your own actions, and there's like growth and learning by doing. The good news is that like money, education, business, health, you're laying foundations, you're developing plans, okay? Inspiration, give relationships time to flourish. Your body is a precious gift. You need to treat it as such. Keep material blessings into perspectives. This card represents inspiration, ambition, and it signifies the energy and the motivation needed to succeed. You don't have that right now, because you're all stuck in what other people think. Stop thinking about who cares what other people think. Screw them. If they can't be on your level and your world, they don't need to be in your world then. See what I'm saying? There's so many people. Look at God is trying to offer you. The cups are relationships, feelings, emotions. That's the 4 cups, right? This is where you're sitting there with your hands crossed, like I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, I don't want that. Why are these cups half full? Why are my cups half full all the time? How come they're not all the way full? Why are they only half full? God is trying to offer you something, but you're so focused on everything in our physical material world that you're not looking up and seeing that God is actually trying to hand you something, because you're so fixated on what's going on here. And you're just being stubborn. You're not trying to see it in a different way. Well, keep on doing that, because honestly, you'll find somebody who adores you and loves you. Look at Wheel of Fortune, right? This is good. It's all positive cards. Change your mindset, guys. That's all you need to do. Once you change your mindset, your whole world changes. All right, there is your reading, Cancer. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. I'm going to be going live probably with my daughter, hopefully by tomorrow. We do want to do that that shift of like that energy shift to tell you how you can actually shift the whole energy in something, and it'll change your whole entire outlook, right? So don't forget to subscribe, guys. That's a connection of me and you. And thank you so much for watching. Love and light.